Hey learners, this is Assistant Professor Kailesh Muralidhar Jaitwar. Welcome you all in this lecture, which is for BCCA Sem1 students for financial accounting. As we have discussed in previous lecture, what was the journal entries, how to prepare journal entries. We have actually seen two journal entries. We have made two journal entries in previous lecture, and in this lecture we will going to see the other three. Okay. So we are in the middle of second unit. I am first unit. Okay, we are in the middle of second unit, and almost we will complete this unit before let's say before 15 days. Okay, because this unit is containing lots of things which you have to read at very basic level, very basic level. Okay, we are now on preparing journals. After that, after 5 days we will going to see subsidiary books. Okay, and after that how to prepare ledgers and preparation of trial balance in theory and in numerical base also. And for the unit 1 you will get notes after 2 to 4 days. Okay, and let's start with our transactions. As we have discussed, you are the kirana shop owner, of all-in-one kirana shop. You have commenced business with rupees 50,000. For commencement of business with rupees 50,000, we have seen what will be the entry. The entry was cash account debited to capital account. Why cash account debited? Again, have a very quick recap. Cash real coming in, that's why debited. That means cash account will be debited. And capital account was personal account. This is a capital account, nothing but the business owner's name. This is his personal account, and business owner is giver here. Giver means credit. Giver means that personal account should be credited. That's why cash account debited to capital account. The other transaction was purchase of goods for cash rupees 10,000. Here again two accounts were involved. First purchase account, the other one is cash account. Purchase account was nominal account and the cash account was real account. For purchase account, for nominal account, there were the golden rules for nominal account. What the golden rule says: debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. That's why nominal account and purchase account is nominal account, and purchase account is a kind of expense. That's why this is an expense, and expense should be debited. Cash account is real account, and golden rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Here cash is going out. Cash is going out means cash will be credited. Why? Because accounting rule says debit what comes in, credit what goes out. That means cash account will be credited. Hence the combined entry for this transaction will be purchase account debited to cash account. I am emphasizing more and more in these types of entries because this is all about your base. If base will not be the proper, will not be the good one, then you will not you will not get the point which we will going to discuss in next lectures. We will going to discuss most of too many numerical problems in next lecture. So please concentrate on this lecture as well. Okay, so we have done these two entries for these two transactions. Let us have the third transaction, the new one. And the first transaction for this video is sold goods for rupees 20,000. Here we have purchased goods. Now we are selling goods because this is our operational duty. Operational duty means we have to do some kind of activities to earn income. Here we are purchasing goods, purchasing kirana and selling kirana. Okay, to purchase, we have purchased. Now the time has come to sell the goods. Selling of goods at rupees 20,000. Here again we have two things again. 20,000. 20,000 means 20,000 is nothing but money. Money means cash. We got cash account. We got first account for this transaction is cash, and the other account is here sold means selling of goods means income. Okay, hence sales account will come under the picture. Sales account. First account we got cash account, and the other one is sales account. Cash account, sales account. Why cash? Because cash, we have purchased good, we have sold goods for cash. That's why cash. And we have sold. Sold means generating income by selling goods. Selling means sales account. Cash account, sales account. Again, in the same format, we will going to get our journey for journal entries. So let us start again our whole procedure. We get these two accounts, cash account, sales account. Cash account is again real account. I am using abbreviation for this. Real account is R. Cash account is real account. Golden rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash, here the thing is cash. Cash is coming in or say or going in, going out. When you sell goods, what you do? If I am business owner and I want to sell things. Let's have an example that this is scale. I am selling this scale. That means I will be giving goods. I will be giving goods and getting back cash. That means cash will come under the business, come into the business. Okay, cash will come. Okay, in purchase we have seen that in purchase cash is going out, and in sales cash will be coming in. Why? Because we have sold the goods for some amount of cash. So there are two accounts: cash account, sales account. Cash account is real account, and cash is coming in. When we sell goods, there will be inflow of cash. Cash will come in. Cash will come in. Golden rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Sales account, cash account, cash is coming in, debit what comes in. That means cash will be debited, right? Again, the other one, sales account. Sales means is this a asset? No. That means it will not come under real account. Is this a person? No, this is not person. So it will not come under personal account. The last account is remain, and the account name is, guess what? Nominal account. Only the last one, nominal account. Sales account is nominal account. Why nominal? Nominal account says nominal account covers expenses and losses and income and gains. Sales is income for me, right? I am generating some kind of cash, some kind of income from these types of activity. These types of activity is known as income for the business. Hence, sales account come under nominal account and means nominal account. Okay, sales, nominal account. Here, sales is income. Okay. So again, we will repeat golden rules for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. Sales account is nominal account. Nominal account says sales is income. Then golden rule says you should credit income. Nominal account says debit expenses and losses, credit income and gains. This is income. That means this will be credited. Nominal account, golden rules, debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. This is income. That's why this will be credited. Okay. This will be credited. So combined entry will be for this transaction will be cash account will be debited by rupees 20,000. By rupees 20k. K means 20,000. And the sales account credit. Sales account credit. That means to sales account. Rupees 20k. Understood? transaction is sold goods for rupees 20,000. For sold goods for 20,000, that means we have generated income. We got the cash. Okay, so cash is coming in. That's why debited. Sales is income. That's why credited. Combined entry will be cash account debited to sales account. Coming to the fourth transaction for this transaction sheet is sold goods to Mr. A at rupees 15,000. As we have discussed in previous lecture, we have two kind of transaction. First transaction is cash transaction, where we transact goods on the cash basis. Cash basis means we have paid cash or received cash immediately. Immediately means I have purchased and paid as soon as possible, at very immediately. That means that will be cash transaction. And if I have purchased goods or sold goods and paying or receiving the money after the date of transaction, that transaction will be known as credit transaction. That means udhar ka transaction, udhari transaction, udhari len den. Okay, so this fourth transaction is udhar ka transaction. That means this transaction is on credit. This is on credit basis. So this is on credit basis. So if I am selling something for cash, that means cash will come and goods will go out. Okay, so there will be cash will be coming in, but here cash is not coming in. Okay, why cash is not coming in right now? Because this is credit transaction. We will going to receive cash in future date, on future date. Okay, we are not receiving cash here. First, sold sales, sold here also sales account. But the other transaction in previous one is cash, but here will be Mr. A. Why Mr. A? Why not cash? Because cash is not coming in. We have transacted with Mr. A on the credit basis. We have sold goods to Mr. A. Mr. A personal account. Hence, Mr. A's account. Mr. A account. We cannot write Mr. A account. We have to write Mr. A's account. This is very common mistake which is usually done by everyone, each and everyone. So we have to write A's account. A's account means A ka account, right? So Mr. A's account. Why Mr. A's account? Because we have sold goods to Mr. A. Sold goods to Mr. A. Again we have two transactions, Mr. A and sales account. Mr. A is a person. That means it is a personal kind of account. Personal. Mr. A personal account. And two aspect involved in this transaction is Mr. A is receiver or giver. We have sold goods to Mr. A. We have sold goods. We have sold goods to Mr. A. That means we will be providing goods to Mr. A. See, we are providing goods to Mr. A. That means, see, this is our goods. We are giving. We are giving means we will be the giver. And in case of Mr. A is receiver of these goods, right? Mr. A will receive this good for this transaction. So Mr. A is receiver here, not giver. Personal account says there will be either a receiver or a giver. Mr. A personal account. Is he a giver? No. Why? Because he is not giving something to us, but he is a receiver. Why receiver? Because we have provided goods to Mr. A. That's why Mr. A is personal account and personal account. Mr. A is receiver here. Mr. A is receiver here. And golden rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver. Who is receiver? Mr. A is receiver. That means Mr. A account will be debited. Understood? Again, we have sold goods to Mr. A at rupees 50,000. This is the credit transaction. Credit on the credit basis. Hence, there will not be cash account. There will be Mr. A's account, Mr. A account, and sales account. Mr. A account is personal account. Personal account says there will be either receiver or giver. Here, Mr. A will be receiver because he is receiving goods from us. So, Mr. A will be personal account, and personal account said debit the receiver. So, Mr. A is receiver. Hence, we have debited Mr. A. The second account is sales account. Sales account, same logic of this. Sales account is income for us. That means it will come under nominal account. Sales, nominal account. Sales is income. Same logic as we have used in previous transaction. Sales, nominal account, clear. Nominal account, income. Sales, nominal account, income, and is exact like this, it will be credited. Why? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. The rule of nominal account says this statement. So sales account nominal account hai, and this is income, and that should be credited. The combined entry for this will be Mr. A's account debit by rupees 15,000. By rupees 15,000. By rupees 15,000. And the second account, sales account, income should be credited. Hence, to sales account. Oh, okay. So fourth transaction indicating that journal entry. Fourth transaction was sold goods to Mr. A at rupees 50,000. We haven't received cash. We have not received cash yet. Hence, this will be credit transaction. This is credit transaction. Hence, we have not used cash account. We have used Mr. A's account. And there will be Mr. A's and sales account, receiver and income, debit, credit. That's why this entry will come under our book. Okay. Entry for fourth transaction will be Mr. A's account will be debited to sales account with rupees 50,000. Understood? If you have any doubt, you can ask me directly. Okay? If you have not understood this whole mashup, you can repeat this video. Okay? You can watch this video again and again. You can definitely understand by this. And last transaction for our transaction book is salary paid rupees 50,000. We have now on fifth transaction. First one, we have purchased. We have commenced business with 50,000. Then we purchase goods, and we have sold goods on cash. And fourth transaction was selling of goods at credit basis. Okay. Now, to manage business, we have to appoint particular person to help us in our business, and definitely that person will not work for us. We have to pay something for his services, and for that payment name is salary. We pay salary to our servants. We pay wages to our servants, our business servants. Okay. So we have an employee which is working for us, which is working in all-in-one kirana shop, and now we are paying salary in cash. We are paying salary in cash to Mr. Employee. We are not specifying the name of employee here. The direct transaction is salary paid rupees 50,000 in cash. Okay. again, what we have to see, two kind of account is salary and cash. First, salary account, other one is cash account. Same logic you have to apply as we have applied in previous transaction. Salary is asset for me, yes or no? No, this is not asset for me. Is salary a personal account? No. Why? Because salary is not person. Hence, we cannot get this account in personal account, and the only remaining account will be nominal account. What nominal account says? Nominal account should include income and losses, income and gains, and expenses and losses. Salary will be expense for us. Why? Because we are paying to someone. We are paying this amount of cash to someone. We have incurred some kind of expense. That's why salary will be expense for us. Salary is expense for us. That means salary will be nominal account. Okay. And salary is nominal account. Why? This is expense. And our golden rule, so-called golden rule, says salary is expense. That means golden accounting rule says for nominal account is, repeat with me, nominal account golden rules will be debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains, debit all expense. This is expense for me, that's why this will be debited. And same logic for cash, which we have used in transaction number 2. Cash is real account. Why? That one is asset for me, hence it is real account. Cash account real, and cash account is real account. And real account says, golden rule for real account says, you have to learn. Okay, all accounting rules you have to learn. So please repeat with me. Golden rules for a real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So cash is this cash is coming in or going out. If I am paying, let's assume this is cash. My employee is in front of me and I am paying cash. Cash is going out. Okay, so cash is going out. And golden rule says debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Going out, credit. And combined entry for this transaction will be I am giving you 5 seconds. Okay, and pause your video and make journal entry. Very easy. How we can write? Take a paper and try to write. Okay, write. Okay, I am writing. You should pause your video. Debit salary account, debit. Salary account will be debited with rupees 5,000, 5k. And the second one is cash. Cash is going out, credit. So to cash account 50k. That is how we have made. Very simple. If you have any doubt, you can ask me directly. I am again and again saying, please ask. Don't hesitate to message me or call me. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can put that doubt on my WhatsApp number, which you can get from our class group. And if there is any doubt in each and everyone's mind, so we can take a doubt clearing session for you. Okay, so please let me know if you are watching this. Please let me know, can we take doubt clearing session for you. Let us have very quick recap for all five transactions. We are commencing business where two aspects are there: cash and capital. Cash is coming that means debited, and capital means personal account and business owner is giver, that's why cash account debited to capital account. And the second transaction is purchase of goods. Purchase, two accounts again, purchase and cash. Purchase account is nominal account expense should be debited, and expense should be debited, and the other account involved is cash. Cash is real account, and real account cash is going out. That means golden rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So cash is going out, that's why that will be credited. And for the combinative for this transaction will be purchase account debited to cash account. Third transaction, sale of goods at rupees 50,000. This is on cash basis, okay? This is for cash basis, this is for credit basis. So for cash basis we have two transaction again, cash account, sales account. Cash account is real account and cash is coming in, that's why debited. And sales account, nominal account, income, that's why it is credited. Combined entry will be cash account debited to sales account. Exact like exact like third one, there is fourth transaction, but difference is here this one is credit transaction. This is sale, this is also sale, but this is on cash basis, this is on credit basis. If we are we are on the mode of credit basis, we should use the name of our debtor. Debtor means the person to whom we have sold the goods. So we have to write the person to whom we have sold the goods, the debtor. Debtor means Mr. A. Mr. A is personal account and he is receiver, that's why that will be debited. And the other account is sales account, nominal account, that one is nominal account, and in income should be credited. That's why the combined entry for this transaction will be Mr. A's account debited to sales account. Last transaction is for salary paid. Salary paid rupees 5,000 in cash. Salary is nominal account. Why? This is expense, and expense should be debited. And cash, we are paying salary in cash. Cash account, cash is going out. Cash is going out means cash will be credited. Last entry will be salary account debited to cash account. This is all about all our transaction. We will going to see the other transaction as well in detail in next lecture. But you have to see this lecture at a very serious basis. At primary basis, you have to watch, leave all work, and you have to watch video fully. Okay. If you have any query, you can ask me out. But before this, I want to announce that I will be taking your assignment, and you have to submit it in 5 to 6 days after providing assignments. I will be providing assignments you after 3 to 4 days. That means you will get your assignment on 1st of December, which you have to complete before 7th of December. And assignment will be questions like this only, okay, where you have to bifurcate all kind of columnar, and you have to solve all transaction in this way. You can take a screenshot of this. To take screenshot, please, you can take a screenshot for this, and exact like this you have to write in your assignment. Okay, no copies are allowed. You cannot take assignment of your friend and simply can copy. Okay, please, I request you to watch full video, and in next lecture we will going to discuss again how we can make journal entries as simple as in a very simple manner. And for more knowledge, you can get you can go through with notes which I will be providing in next 3 days. Okay, till then, be safe. Thank you.